Tales of the Orphan Trains, adapted from Orphan Train Writers, Their Own Stories by Mary Ellen Johnson. Jean Sexton. I rode the train to Missouri and lived a happily ever after life. In Brooklyn, New York, in 1912, an Irish carpenter who was the father of 5 children died as the result of an industrial accident. 6 months later, a 6th child was born to the 35-year-old widow who was working hard to keep her family together. When the baby boy was 11 months old, his mother died. The grandparents were unable to care for the 6 orphans, so they were taken to the Children's Aid Society. In 1914, along with other homeless children, they boarded an orphan train to find new homes in the Midwest. I was the 5th child, 3 years old, and was separated from my sister and brothers when I was adopted in southwest Missouri. My foster parents were Walter and Margaret Landreth, a childless couple who lived 12 miles east of Neosho, Missouri. They soon became Mama and Daddy because I did not remember my biological parents. Whether it was to feed the cattle or gather walnuts, Daddy wanted me to have a pony, but Mama objected, saying that she was afraid I would get hurt. They finally compromised, and I was soon riding a beautiful new bicycle. It would have had fewer black and blue marks if I had been riding a pony. Mama was often called upon to help where there was illness, and at these times I would get to stay with my grandmother. She loved me, and we had fun together. But one day, when she heard me practicing my whistling, she warned whistling girls and crowing hens always come to a sad end. In 1918, one of Daddy's nieces, Mary, came to live with us after her mother died during the flu epidemic, leaving 10 children. Mary was 6 months younger than I, and we grew up together as sisters, sometimes mistaken for twins. With Mama's help, we had many parties for our friends with taffy pulls and parlor games. An aunt and uncle joined in the fun by helping with decorations and entertainment. Mama wanted us to have fun, but she insisted that we can learn cooking and housekeeping. She used many adages in her teaching, such as anything worth doing is worth doing well, a stitch in time saves 9, and to have friends you must show yourself friendly. She also lived by these rules. Mr. J. W. Swan of Sedalia, Missouri, a very kind and considerate agent for the Children's Aid Society, visited often, but Daddy did not appreciate his visits. He did not want anyone doubting his care for his little girl. Once, when Mr. Swan arrived during a rainstorm, Daddy remarked, "Hump! Fine weather for swans." Being a man of few words, Daddy often amused people with his short but appropriate remarks. Once, when asked why he had so little to say, he replied with a sideways glance towards Mama, "Somebody has to listen." And when someone asked, "What, do you think it's ever going to stop raining?" the reply was, "Always has." When I was 16, Mr. Swan came for his last visit and gave me the address of my brother, who lived in Colorado. My brother and I soon found our sister and baby brother, who had been adopted by Mr. and Mrs. Stoneberger of Auburn, Nebraska. The following summer, the 3 of them came to Missouri, and we had a wonderful reunion. After that, we kept in touch and had many good times together. I believe the secret of a happy life is keeping busy, making many friends, and being a friend to all. By Jean Sexton, Tulsa World, Sunday, November 26, 1995.